Hello guys, and welcome to my daily podcast. Today we're gonna talk about life in Corona times. I hope you're all doing great, and yeah, let's get started. So the first topic we're gonna talk about is homeschooling. As you may have gone with it, most of you are sitting at home right now working from there, which has pros and cons that we will clarify now. 2 days ago I asked you to take part in a survey what the pros and cons would be. Most of you said there are almost no cons, but 23% of you said the opposite. The majority says it's better to work at home because you can work more organized. You have more motivation to do the task and have more free time. But there are also cons, like having no motivation, because when you are free to do the task, you could also watch a Netflix series, because it's easier to do that. If you take a simple decision, you have a hard life. If you take a hard decision, you have a simple life. I have a perfect example for that. My English teacher gave me a task to do a podcast where I talk about school, homeschooling, hobbies, life at home, family, or other stuff. It was divided into 4 different parts: storyline, story and music, trailer, and the full video, of course. We had 1 week for every part. As I took the easy decisions, I missed the first 2 tasks and got a 6 for both of those parts. Please don't be like me and do your tasks when they come. It may be hard at the first, but when you're done doing all the tasks, you have the whole week for yourself. So, the next topic we're gonna talk about is life at home. Let me start from my point of view. Living at home is very boring and monotonous. If you're going to school, you at least see your friends and learn something new. I really don't have much to talk about because you don't experience anything at home, so let's quickly move to the next topic. One of the last topics we're going to talk about for today's podcast is family and life. Life in Corona times is not easy, especially if your family is split up like mine. Don't get me wrong here, I still live with my dad and my mom, but my aunt, my uncle and my cousins live in the Netherlands. We can't just go there and visit them. It's difficult to travel in times of Corona because there are zones everywhere where you should not go. Even if you came into the Netherlands, you would first have to come in quarantine for 14 days, which nobody wants. It's mentally a difficult thing, especially when someone dies who's very important to you. My aunt had a dog called Rexy. I knew him almost as long as I lived. Every time we went to the Netherlands, I was happy to see him, but suddenly he died in January, which was very demotivated to me, and I didn't feel to do tasks anymore. If I had been in school at that time, it would certainly be easier for me to get over it. The last topic for today's podcast are hobbies. Doing hobbies in times of Corona is difficult, as most activities have to be carried out in the sports club itself, but it's not the only thing that is hard. Meeting friends in times of Corona is also difficult, as you have to take care of many measures. I mean, most of the people don't care about the measures, but that's also the reason why we still have to live like this, because people don't listen to the government. Maybe if we had lived according to the rules we got back then, we might head back on normal lives today. So that's it for today's podcast. I hope you had a great time listening. I'll see you tomorrow, and don't forget, the world's evil.